So you've been for an energy healing session, it might have been a Reiki session, it might have been a different type of energy healing session, and you've been told after your session that you need to get a load of rest and drink a load of water. But that doesn't even scratch the surface of what you can do to deepen your experience and actually get more energy, gain more momentum, become more magnetic, attract more aligned clients, manifest the things on your vision board, and open your intuitive and creative channel. Because energy work isn't supposed to be relaxing. It's transformational. It's alchemizing what's going on in your energetic field. It's so much more than being relaxing. It shakes down all those imprints that are ready to be alchemized. And it really isn't for you to just go, oh, that's interesting. And then when the energy has reaccumulated around that imprint, around that wound, that you find yourself wanting to book another session 4 weeks later because, yeah, you felt great after the session and you did what you were told with the water and the sleep. But that energy's reaccumulated and you just feel like you're back to square one again, kind of becoming reliant on the energy healings. And this is because you didn't clear out what attracted that energy to you in the first place. So in this video, I'm going to be going through 5 things that you need to be doing after any energy healing experience, whether that's having a session with a practitioner, whether that's doing a session with yourself. You might even be here from my self-guided session video, which I will link somewhere. And so first up is going to be supporting energetic movement, supporting energetic alchemization. Basically, what this means is if the day after your energy healing session, after your energy session, whatever it is, you feel the urge to get up from your desk and start doing some primal movement, or to start using sound in whatever way you want to start using your voice, releasing energy from your body through sound, through movement, through shaking, through dance, whatever it is that your body is craving, to support that. Not to think, oh, I feel a little bit like this, but I'm just going to push it away and not do it because maybe it's a little bit weird what I feel like I want to do. You know, maybe you want to roll around on the floor. Whatever it is, you're going to want to start letting those cycles complete, because what the energy work is doing is it's creating those shifts for your body to then process, and for your body to do the alchemization process afterwards. So if you feel like doing any of those things, like I say, like a primal movement or a sound, whatever it is, even if you want to cry or whether it's laughing, sometimes after energy healing sessions, we find that people are needing to eliminate more from their body. Also, something that comes up fairly frequently for myself, for my clients, is that there might be sort of an episode of like coughing or like retching or anything where it's like removing energy from the body. All these things can come up, and it's just really about allowing that to happen and letting your body do what your body needs to do. Your body is innately intelligent and your body knows how to do this. The next thing you need to know about after your healing session is grace. It is giving yourself so much grace in the days and weeks after your energy healing session. And what this is about is so many people wander around their day-to-day life and they're not even contemplating doing this work. They're not even contemplating clearing their energy or cleansing their energy or going for a healing or doing some self-coaching or being coached. It's not even on their radar of awareness. And what you are doing is massive. It's huge work. It's hugely transformational for you. It's transformational for the ripple effect that you put out, and for your children, for your lineage going forward, everybody that you interact with. You're making massive, massive changes. And so really, really giving yourself grace for that. Like, it's not necessarily easy work to be doing. It is something that you are choosing to do, that you are doing for yourself, but you're also doing it for everybody who is involved with you and everybody who interacts with you as well. So giving yourself a real huge amount of grace. And if you need to take a step back from whatever it is, you know, social engagements or, you know, and when I say giving yourself grace, it's about letting those emotions come and go, allowing yourself to fully feel them, allowing yourself to be in your body while these emotions pass through. And if you need to take a little bit more extra time for yourself, doing that, because it's so important and it's so needed. You do need to do this on this journey. The third thing that anybody having an energy healing session really, really needs to be doing is journaling, but not only journaling, specifically dream journaling. Now, you might think right now that you don't have psychic abilities, that you don't receive psychic messages. I'm telling you, you do. Everybody has the ability to receive psychic messages, to receive information, to allow that intuition through, to allow those hits to come in. And a really huge thing that you can do for yourself, that is something that you're already doing anyway, is to journal on your dreams when you first wake up in the morning. It is so, so powerful. That hypnagogic window is absolutely wild. And I always call it like a free access pass to those brainwaves that we are trying to get ourselves into when we're doing things like meditations, hypnosis, things like that. When we wake up in the morning, we are getting a free access pass to those waves. So let's take advantage of them. And I know sometimes people will say to me like, oh, I actually can't remember my dreams. What happens with this is the more you train it, the easier it becomes to remember. You train yourself to hold on to those fleeting glimpses that you're getting, those messages that you're receiving. You are training yourself by saying, yes, I received those, I'm taking those on, and I'm making a note of them. And it's such an easy place for us to start doing this. So I've created a dream journaling workbook that is actually designed to bring you through this journaling process, because it's not as easy as just writing down your dreams, although that is a great starting point. If you're not doing anything and the only thing you are going to do is write them down, that's amazing. But there are coded messages that come through over a period of time. So it's really about going through and making a consistent practice of this, and then interpreting what comes through and creating a record of all the things that are coming up and watching for patterns. Now, a really funny story that happened to me about 3 or 4 days ago, as I was waking up, I had a name given to me, and I had to ask a couple of times because I just wasn't getting this name. And the woman's name was given to me, and I was like, oh, that's strange. I don't know anybody of that name. I've never heard of this name, and it's an unusual name, which is why I had to ask for it a couple of times. And then later on in the day, I decided I'd just have a quick Google to see if anything came up with that name. And the name is of a woman who is an author. And I was like, oh, right, oh, wow, I never heard of this person. I clicked onto a page that was featuring like an Instagram of her book. And oh my gosh, the thing I had gone to sleep asking the night before, the book was answering this exact question that I had. And I was like, oh my gosh, I'm going to order this book for a start. And yeah, I know the answer to this question. It was like a kind of almost like a yes, no question, but the book was just so perfectly matched to what it was that I needed to know. And I woke up hearing the author's name. Never heard of her before, it's a completely different area than what I would have personal interest in, but the overlap into what I needed was so unbelievable. And so dream journaling is a massive part of after you've had an energy healing session, because like I said earlier, we are shaking down those energetic imprints. So things are going to be coming up there that are going to be giving you an insight. They're going to be giving you a message. And if you do get my dream journal, it actually takes you through the spiritual self-coaching to work through what's coming up, rather than just writing it down and going, oh, well, that's nice, but now what do I do with it? And so doing this actually deepens your intuition over time, and intuition and energy healing go hand in hand. And so that's the third thing, is to dream journal. Fourth thing you need to be doing after you've had an energy healing session, and this I would say is kind of sort of immediately after, during the day, is really doing like a body check-in, really listening to what it is that your body needs and what your body wants. So obviously people recommend sleep and they recommend water. I'm going to talk about sleep in just a moment. But what is it that your body needs? Is it to go and get yourself outside on the grass? Is it to go and lie down in the dirt? Is it that I need to do some gentle movement just to move this through? Is it that I actually do just want to go to bed and have a lovely nap? Is it that I want to put myself into salt water in the bath? Just really sit and check in with your body and say to my body, what is it that my body is craving right now? Because we need to remember that our body is holding all of this, as much as people like to, kind of try and transcend the body. And when we talk about energy work, it really isn't possible to do that. Our body is our vehicle here. We are only able to experience the 3D in this way because we are in our body. So it's really about tuning in with the body. What does the body need from this experience? And then the fifth thing that I'm going to talk about is sleep. So I know it's one of the things that I said, people always just say, oh, make sure you get plenty of sleep, make sure you get plenty of rest. When we sleep, after having done energy healing work or after having done any sort of coaching or self-coaching, the sleep cycle actually completes a process in the brain that we need for belief transformation, for belief change work. So completing that process is really, really important. It's also really important because as we sleep, our brain is cleansed, our energy is cleared, and linking right back to the dream journaling just before, it is a time that our channel is open. We are not encumbered with the conscious thoughts that we're having throughout the day, and we really are able to really connect. And so sleeping is a really important part of it, and you'll probably find that your body is craving sleep and craving rest because it does put us into that parasympathetic nervous system where our body just comes right down and we are actually able to rest. Sometimes it can feel like we haven't been able to rest for a long time, and after an energy healing session, because we are then in that parasympathetic nervous system, we are able to rest and actually experience deep rest. So sleep is the fifth one. And since I've mentioned sleep, so there was only five, but since I've mentioned sleep, I am going to mention water. The reason we are told to drink water after our energy healing sessions is because things are being released from our body. Energy is being released from our field, and we are then going to be having to carry that out of our physical cells and carry it out of our lymphatic system. We want to make sure that we are hydrated so our lymph can flow, so our blood can flow, and so that really we are just helping and again supporting our body in all of this. So as much as it's always an energy session, it really is, as you can see from the five things that we've talked about supporting the body and about supporting that healing process going forward. And if you want to do an energy healing session right now, check out this video here where I walk you through it step by step, and you can do an energy healing right now.